She's just a great athlete, as Alex Brown will step in, the senior. There's the play ball. A couple youngsters taking this one in. Jim facing Sophia Voiles, and we're underway. First pitch just off the plate.
She does a really good job of keeping hitters off balance, so that's really the starting point for the Jackets being successful tonight.
We'll get to Clemson here as the count is 2-0 to Brown out of Savannah, Georgia, transfer from UNC.
Yeah, she's definitely a player who doesn't show her emotions. She really has the same composure regardless of how the game is going and how her performance is.
That one's fouled off by Brown.
How good of a hitter she is.
Whoa, that one got away from Sophia Voiles and is ball 4, sending Brown down to first.
Good at right off the bat. You have some gems that are really good as soon as they hit a D1 softball field, but for the most part, it's about growth and getting better.
Sharply hit past third.
You're battling in there, and she made something of it. That's a great piece of hitting.
Here's sophomore Julia Noller. Leads the team in home runs. 2-1. Squares and fouls it back in. Boy, Hunter gave it a good effort. You see a player go towards the wall.
And give your 4-hole a chance to score some runs.
Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Georgia Tech and Sophia Voiles. 1-2. Put a charge in that one. That's off the lights. Foul.
That's something you don't see a lot. That takes a lot of maturity to be someone who's looked at for that, that RBI crucial spot in the lineup. Off with their front foot closer. It's just a closed stance is what you'd call it. And it's usually used when hitters are trying to pull off the ball a little too soon, when they're coming out of their swing a little earlier than they should. So it's a way to kind of keep their front side closed more in their swing.
Oh, great stop by the catcher. There's a walk to Brown and a single by Maddie Moore. And that ball's grounded. Conley flips to second. That'll do it. What?
Yeah, Basinger throws low 60s. She's somebody who's going to pitch to contact, really rely on her defense to work behind her.
And as Sophia Voiles has been consistent in the circle, Vukadinovic offensively has been consistent, gets a strikeout there. The flats. Takes a ball, 1-1.
It has just really been somebody that's come in clutch, has power to both fields. She's been able to fill an outfield spot as well, using of the transfer portal.
Grounded past third. Brown playing more towards the line. You got
scouting report had her a little closer to the line than that hit was.
And that's going to be up the third base line. Tag, now throw to first, and an easy double play. 45 hits, 9 doubles, 9 home runs for Collins. And on her hands, she sends it up the first base line. Foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sophia Voiles delivers in the sky. And Willer will call everybody off for out number 1.
Like you said, was a big part of the win against Tennessee.
And she's going to send that one to left, shallow left, and Emma Simon will put it away.
Which is really important. You want to have a lower half of the lineup that can get on base for the top half, right? So being able to have a good eye and get on base for the top half is important.
3-1's going to be popped up, and Grace Conley closes the mid on it. Similar to Clemson, had to reload, and Coach Morales has done a wonderful job of bringing in talent after what they lost. And that ball's going to get out of play.
Both from the portal and have done great things so far in this season. So, like you said, Morales is good choices.
And that ball's going to get down, but tag is made by Noller. So no challenge. 1 out. Conley sees the first pitch and sends it fairly deep, but Pipkins is there for out number 2. Just a couple games in the season, it kind of started with her drawing walks, and she's been the best hitter the Jackets have had.
You know, with the good comes the bad sometimes.
And she's going to put a charge in that one. It's fairly deep and out of here. Alyssa Willer puts the Jackets on the board. She stopped at second. I think she may have thought that was caught, but now that's a home run, young lady. Great job. Jackets lead.
That she does a good job of recognizing, keeping her hands back, and unloading just enough to get this to squeak over the outfield fence for a home run to put the Jackets up. Second.
No real chance there as it goes over the wall, and Alyssa Willer touches home, and the Jackets, the season winds down. Production from the bottom of the order.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, definitely. That is what you want to see from the Jackets, especially 7 through 9.
Had a real grind this season, this 2025. She's going to put a charge in one towards the gap, but playable by Brockenbrough. And it got cut short because of COVID. And how disappointing that must have been. And so you're not only are you dealing with building a team and building a fan base, you're now dealing with having to cut your season short. I mean, what a Brockenbrough, 339 on the season, 40 hits, 4 doubles, 2 home runs. Gonna ground it, Conley. Brown had 4 hits against Boston College in that series. Had a grand slam with 4 RBIs against Charleston Southern earlier in the year. I think that hit everybody back there. I think it hit Reese Hunter, Jim Poole. And just tapped right back to Sophia Voiles. And out number 2. That's probably the easiest out Alex Brown has ever given up. That's
when you're moving your feet like Alex Brown does through the box, it's hard to adjust sometimes. It's impressive she put a bat on it, but like you said, just right back at Sophia Voiles, pretty easy out.
First pitch swinging by Maddie Moore, and she's tied this up. Long ball, and I mean long.
Yes, Maddie Moore got all of this. Sophia Voiles leaves it a little bit up and over the plate. I think that's a mistake pitch. She is just perfectly on time there, knows it off the bat. And this ball finds some trees out there. Way to tie the game right there by the big bat.
Doller had a pair of home runs against California. Oh boy, look out. That one was inside, and she ripped it up the line.
Supposed to be hitting it fair, not at me. Spinning off of it. Again there, same pitch. A good location by Sophia. You just see Nollers just pulling off of it a little too much. Is just trying to get her out.
She's got a 3-2 count here. Voiles.
Yes, you don't want to have people on base when hitters like Cintron get on in the box. You want to minimize any run production.
And off the glove of Emma Simon into center field. By Cintron.
The timing of it, it didn't get to Simon as quick as I think she was expecting to, and just misplayed that. I think that you got the travel ball teams that come out.
Popped back, it's going to be caught by Reese Hunter to end the inning.
They'll clinch their spot for the ACC tournament and is really trying to find some more momentum going into it.
Emma Simon first pitch, popped up. Out number 1 is quickly recorded. Couldn't even get through the resume.
Yeah.
Eileen Morales. What a job she's done. Obviously player, assistant coach here. Hired by Georgia Tech to bring her back on the flats as Paige Vukadinovich sees a pitch and fouls it off. Because she can hit for power, but she can also really put it anywhere in the field.
Yeah, early in her career as a Yellow Jacket, she was more of a traditional slapper. She moved her feet a lot. She played a lot more small ball. She still has that in her tool belt. I think there's been a transition.
Whoa, that one almost hit her. It did hit her. She'll head down to first.
Got her back elbow there. I think there's been a transition.
First pitch, second, on to first. Not going to get the runner Leschper. Lead runner is thrown out. So there are 2 outs in the inning.
But they, can also put a
club ball in high school. Are they getting that? It's going to be a beautiful bunt laid down. Basinger plays her position, and on to first. We'll continue that conversation. Yeah, he is an intense guy, and I'm happy to call him a friend. He's a great guy, and I've enjoyed calling games with him. Well, that one's hit well and off the top of the wall. Throw into second in time, and the slide comes in just under Conley's tag.
I think there's a close play there at second, but a phenomenal.
313. Has 10 RBIs on the season. Foul back. 6 now. 2-1. And tapped. Simon scoops on to first.
Simon does a good job of just getting the out.
There's a ball that's lifted deep and out of here. Kylie Johnson jumped on the first pitch. 2-run home run, and the Tigers take the lead.
Clemson is just stepping in the bottom. Kylie Johnson hits the seams off of this. Just bat flip, gotta love it. It lands off the building, hits the trees. Probably one of the farthest home runs I've seen hit on this field. She did not miss any of that.
They might need to get some civil engineers to go. Norton delivers, and it's tapped. Tucker on to first for the second out. That's a huge out with the top of the order coming up. Losing batters and giving up walks, that becomes a problem.
Yeah, and whether or not batters bite at your pitches, that can help as well. Something that if you're the Clemson Tiger hitters on deck, you're seeing that, right? You're recognizing that Norton's struggling with the strike zone and she's struggling up.
And it's going to be grounded right back to Norton. She rainbow throws.
Pitch just, I think Grayson Tucker thought it was going to be low in the zone, but it wasn't.
Yeah, second strikeout by Basinger is Jaden Gailey. 2 hits for Georgia Tech. The 1 run coming off of a long ball by Alyssa Willer. And that ball slapped to left, and it's going to be stopped by Johnson, but she can't find the mitt.
Directly at her. It's not down the line.
Up the third base line, another ball that's right up the line, and sliding in safely is Jaden Gailey.
Gailey and Conley not having tremendous speed, but with that ball just being thrown so high, Moore does a good job of not letting that.
Willer leads the team in batting average. She's going to send one to left, but Johnson in her tracks puts it away for out number 2. Kenzie Norton back in the circle for Georgia Tech. It is
the game. That'll be where if you see the tears, they'll be flowing.
Here's Noller stepping in. Big breath by Norton, now delivers. Foul back, 3-2. And ball 4. 1-0 count. Swing and a miss, throw down to second base is going to be on the money, and whoa, it looks like called safe at second. Emma Simon asks for a very big, and it will be reversed. Emma Simon was right. Trust the freshman. Taken the job and held it and done a fantastic job throughout the year. Emma Simon's a perfect example for Georgia Tech. Centron here for Clemson. And the expectation of a freshman is no longer sit and watch. These guys are coming in here and competing and winning these starting jobs. by Norton.
Sunshine went to the Wesleyan school, and they have been a state championship level program for a long time, so she knew what it took to win.
Struggling just a bit to find the strike zone. And that ball is going to be sent to left and get down for a hit. Runners at first and second. Now, big pitch right here, 3-2. Collins belted that double back in the fourth to start off the inning. Came home to score on Johnson's home run. And nowhere close. Bases loaded. We have seen Caulfield pop out of the dugout without going down to the pin in relief.
Was big against Tennessee in midweek, able to get the go-ahead run.
And that ball sent towards the gap, gonna get down. A pair of Tigers score easily. They're gonna wave the third, play it home, not in time. What a job, Pipkins on the road.
Pipkins does a phenomenal job of just staying through the ball here, working it to the gap, able to get 3 RBIs. She's perfect so far with bases loaded. The freshman doesn't seem to mind the pressure.
Yeah. Here's Johnson. She belted a home run. Many are saying the longest they've seen here at ground ball. Simon charging, boots it, and throws it into center field. Runners at first and third.
Right, it's with a stolen base there, or
Brown has 2 walks, and that one's going to be popped up. Conley puts it away for out number 3, so a pair of Tigers are
talented program coming off of a win against a #1 Tennessee, really hitting their stride at the right time.
Emma Simon rolls over, short, on to first.
You're giving yourself a better opportunity.
2-2 pitch lifted to center field, put away by 25. Will be another tournament year for this Clemson Tigers team, and what a job they've done, not only building the program, their stadium and the support. They're sold out every single game. You want a blueprint of how to build a program. The pitch is sent out to Gottlieb.
It's in there, gets the ball, throw strikes, let the batters get themselves out.
And sent. Conley snares it. What a play. Big out for the Jackets.
Her firm pitch is not being very fast. I don't think she's going to blow past a lot of hitters. I think low 60s, especially for this lineup, is not going to be something.
Not a thing. Popped up. And Leshber will put it away for out number 3. We've talked a lot about Leshber, but Gottlieb also has really picked it up here in the last few games. She's going to jump on the first pitch and whoa, what a play by Johnson. Chases it down. I thought for sure that was going to get in.
Yeah, just need of the lineup that has been successful this season. Basinger has just really done a good job of, getting them to get themselves out. You see Grayson Tucker
got some spot starts this season, struggled offensively, batting .259, 15 hits. Clemson just starting their program in 2020. Oh, right back to Caulfield, and gets past Simon into center field. No damage done there, I don't think. Runner stays at first. Mount Perrin Christian School. And up the first base line. Leshber is going to have to dive to first. And right to Tucker. Swing and a miss. Throw has to be gone down to first, and it will be made. And that is it. And then was frankly beaten out at second. A transfer was brought in. and had to take a back seat. Coach Morales said she had such a great attitude about just getting better as she flares that one, and it's a fine play by Maddie Moore to erase Grace Conley.
Making sure you're swinging at a pitch that you can hit well. It's not just any strikes.
And there is one into left field. Willer reaches with one out for the Jackets. And she's going to go to third off the glove of Brown, and everyone's going to be safe. And Maddie Moore does it again. What a play. She robs another one from the Jackets. Delivers, swing and a miss. The pitch, fights it off. They're the best. 2-2. Ground ball past the pitcher. Maddie Moore cannot reach that one. Emma Simon scores. Really producing a run. And that ball is going to be chased down by Johnson, and that will do it. Clemson has come into the flats and taken game one, 6-2 over Georgia Tech.
Team Tennessee earlier this week, they are a team to be reckoned with right now. They're playing their best softball, and it's early in the weekend, right? 2 more games to play, but